Yo, what is good, world? It's your boy, Calvin Leroy King, the third. And as always, I have my lovely co-hosts with the most by my side, Miss Reese PC, the one and only.
Hey, y'all.
And we thank y'all for tuning in and turning up for another exclusive segment of This, That, and the Third, the lifestyle show that gives you life. Literally. Now, joining us today on our exclusive segment on This and the Third is none other than Sandi and John of Shy Gives Back. Now, let's begin the show in the best fashion we know how by slow clapping these beautiful black people in, shall we? Now, Sandi, John, welcome, first of all. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Now, Shy Gives Back, that's a dope name, all right?
Yeah.
Tell us and the people listening, what is Shy Gives Back?
So Shy Gives Back, we are a social impact organization, and we are looking to basically connect folks in the city of Chicago or outside the city of Chicago with giving opportunities. So with these opportunities, they can either be drives, they can be events that we want to put on, but we want to basically be the hub for folks that want to give back in the city of Chicago.
Gotcha.
So when organizations or people want to give back, they come to you guys.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that's what we're hoping, just in general. I know Sandi and I, we have, outside what we do with Shy Gives Back, we have some really great jobs in that we're able to connect with different folks from different levels, whether they be your top level executives down to the folks that are cleaning up. So we want to be able to reach out to everyone to let them know that we can be that liaison when it comes to giving back in the city of Chicago.
Okay. Now, even if people, like you said, don't live in Chicago, but want to give back through the hub that you all have created, do most of the resources that they give stay in the Chicagoland area, or how does that look in terms of geographical reach?
They do. So, I mean, our goal is it's Shy Gives Back. So it's all about supporting the communities because I'm a South Side girl, you know. So, we know our communities and we know how in need our communities are. Whether it's to help clean up some of the streets, or whether it's to go and feed the homeless, or whether it's to help a school. We're really focusing on the inner city, and that's what's most important to us.
Absolutely.
But people can donate from outside. You can donate from anywhere.
Right. We're going to get to how you can donate in a moment, man. But we want to understand a little bit more about the why behind it. Like, why'd you all get started? What was the inspiration behind it?
And what kind of sets you guys apart? Because there may be some other organizations that may be doing this something similar. So, why should we donate to you, kind of thing?
Absolutely. So how we got started. Right. I wish our other co-founder was here, Corey Marshall.
Shout out to Corey.
Hey, Corey.
What's up, Corey? He is actually the catalyst on why we started what we're doing. He had approached myself about just to give back in the city of Chicago. This was back in September of last year, let's say.
Gotcha.
So he did some giving back in the city of DC, or the District of Columbia in general. He gave back the last couple of years, and he approached me saying, I'm living in Chicago now. I want to be able to do something and make a big impact. Do you want to join me? And I'm like, yes, of course. This is something I really want to do. I do a lot out in the community just in general, and this is something I really want to make a big impact. So then I'm really good friends with Sandi, and that's when I had Sandi out at a Bulls game, and I approached her saying, hey, Sandi, this is what we want to do. This is what we want to do, and she was all aboard. And y'all know Sandi personally. She is just a ball of energy, and she's just like, that she wants to be able to help. So we all came together and we decided to do a Chicagoland toy drive, which is like an event that we put on back in December. So we were able to raise, how many toys did we raise?
Over 5,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then we raised a lot of money, and we ended up giving back to 2 homeless shelters. So one of them was a safe haven for women and children. The other was the Primo Center, which is on the south side as well.
Englewood.
So we were able to actually help out and make an impact with these organizations. And when that was over, we felt so good. We're like, we were on an emotional high.
What's next?
But it was like,
let's go.
Right, exactly. So that's kind of how Shy Gives Back. It was birthed from us giving back in December. So I think just in general, like, we have that philanthropic, like, that's just what we want to do. The spirit. We want to be able to give back, and we actually, to be honest, we had some money left over, and we were like, we want to use this for good. So I'll let Sandi talk through on I just talked about the process, but I'll let Sandi talk through like the event that we're putting on next that's going to continue to help our folks to be able to come out and be able to support us just in general.
Now, before we get to the next initiative, no, it's cool. I just had a weird question. I've noticed that my kids don't really play with toys. Have
Okay.
you run into it where kids are like, oh man, this is cool, but you got a phone?
Yeah.
Like, do they do that?
I think
Nah, yeah,
kids
yeah.
who do not grow up having
And
access
they don't
to
have,
those
right.
things,
Yeah.
I forgot
Still
my
play
kids
with
are
toys.
spoiled.
Yes, they are. They have a better phone than I do.
No, yeah, they do. And me. All right, so go ahead with the upcoming initiatives, Sam. I swear.
Well, before I get to that though, but one of your questions was what sets us apart from
Yeah,
others.
I apologize.
So with us going to the Primo Center and the other shelter, we were able to actually say, hey, thank you, Mr. So-and-so for donating this gift. These kids literally wrote letters to Santa, basically, and we took those letters, and we, within our networks, we passed them out, we distributed them, and said, we have all these kids that want, these are their lists to Santa. Who wants to donate? Do you want to sponsor a kid?
Right.
People went through the list and they said, I'll take kid number 17, I'll take whatever.
Oh, wow.
But also when we went there, they had the opportunity to come with us as well.
Yeah,
So
that matters.
being able to have that hands-on experience and actually being able to say, this was Lorenzo, and this is Lorenzo's gift. That you just feel so different, because anyone can donate money and give a gift and drop it off and see
Right.
you bye.
Yeah.
But
But
that
for an
human touch,
organization,
yeah.
And it's personalized.
Yeah, that
it is.
personal
It
touch,
is.
yeah.
So as an organization, for anything that we do, we want to be able to give people that opportunity to say, not only do you have this opportunity to give, but you also have the opportunity to be there
Yes.
when we're
Yep.
giving it to the people that
Absolutely.
we're collecting it for. So
Absolutely.
that's a huge difference. It's a totally different impact. And I've volunteered a lot, but I haven't really had that type of experience.
Right.
And I mean, this is women's shelter. I
Yes.
literally helped a woman upstairs with a baby in one hand and a small child because she had so many toys.
Yeah.
And I helped her upstairs. And for me to have that experience and going into a homeless shelter and seeing where this woman and her child lives every single day, like that, it changes so much.
Yeah.
It changes so much.
I would say that, sometimes your presence is the greatest gift you can give.
Yeah.
It's cool to have something to unwrap and whatever, but it's like some people just want to have a conversation,
there.
Exactly.
somebody there,
Exactly.
a name
Exactly.
to a
Yeah.
face, those
Yep.
types of things.
Exactly.
So now what's going on with the upcoming initiative?
So our next initiative is called Teach to Give.
Okay.
And it originally started with us doing a book bag drive. That was the idea. And Corey, again, he just casually said, okay, why don't we also do something for the teachers?
Right.
And we were like, no, why don't we just make that what the event is? Because
Right.
no one ever does anything for our teachers. And our teachers spend so much of their own money every single year decorating their class. Every season they want to do something seasonal. They want to do, a good friend of mine, she does a red carpet theme at her school in Inglewood. She does a father-daughter dance in Inglewood. And I'm talking about babies, like
Right.
kindergarten, first, second.
Babies.
Exactly. And I don't see many father-daughter dances in
Right.
Inglewood or anywhere on the South Side. So
Yeah.
these teachers want to give these kids the experience, but they don't have the funds, the resources to do so.
Right.
So we want to, again, become that resource center. So what we did was with Teach to Give, again, we reached out to our networks and we basically said, you all know a teacher that's very deserving. This is an initiative that we're doing, and please submit their name, how many years they've been teaching, and why you feel that they should receive something. And also list out what it is that they need for their classrooms. So what we did was we went through, we had so many nominations. We
I
did.
can imagine.
And it's hard to, again, with an organization that literally we came together organically and was like, okay, we want to do this, we should become official.
Right.
So it's hard with that, and then honestly reaching out to our own
Personal network,
contacts
yeah.
and depending on people to blast it out. And so we selected 50 teachers that we are really, really pushing to get everything that they have on their list. And then another 50 teachers that we're going to basically put together all of these hand sanitizers,
Little care
Kleenex,
packages.
Yeah.
things that they need and they buy all the time.
Right.
Paper and things like that. So that's our goal. And through that initiative, again, we're asking people for donations. We're asking folks if you want to sponsor a teacher.
Right.
We can send it out. And just today, I got two people sponsoring teachers. But those were the initiatives. And again, we're going to do another event.
Right.
So that event is going to be August 7th at the Godfrey, and that event is where we will recognize those teachers.
Okay.
And then the following week, the top 50 teachers, we'll go to 710 Lanes in Hyde Park, and then we'll have bowling there, and they can bring their family, and they'll actually come and pick up the gifts.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Now,
Nice.
and that gives the givers the opportunity to also
Yeah,
interact with those
absolutely.
that give us
Absolutely.
again, the
Exactly.
personal touch
Absolutely.
that we talked about.
Yeah.
And will these become annual events?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so everything, it sounds like you all are kind of building it as you
We
go
are. Oh, yeah.
and continuing
Yes,
to
we
make
are.
these annual events.
We
That's
are.
what's
We
up.
are. Because I mean, once you do it, you know, people
They want
they
more.
wait. They
They want
can't
more.
wait.
They
We
want
had so many
more.
people after the
Yeah.
toy drive that were like, oh my God, let me know, please. I want to be involved next year. And
Right.
because, you know, we make it more of an event as well. Like, we don't want it to just be like, oh, you're donating your money, but we want to do something fun. So, you know, we did an event that, you know, we had DJs and we had photo booths and we had lots of great raffle prizes, and it was more of an experience.
Right.
So, you know, people are definitely down for anything that they can just come and, you know, relax and network,
Right.
and also doing something that benefits a great cause.
Yeah, and I think that speaks to you all's value proposition as well. That experience that you're able to. I mean, I
They're
want to kick it.
offering
I want to get
Right,
that, but I want to party
right.
with a purpose.
Right,
I want to party with a purpose.
exactly.
So I really appreciate
So it makes
that.
it sweet.
On the real, on the real. So, besides the two initiatives that you all mentioned, what are some other maybe ideas that have been kicked around, maybe by Corey? You know what I'm saying? That we might be able to look forward to before the year is out, or even next year. Or anything on the horizon besides?
Well, even last night we went together and we talked, and we do have some things down the pipeline. I know that we are looking to do some things for around the Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
To partner with the barbershop to be able to help
Back to
provide
school,
free
fades,
haircuts.
catch a
And
fade.
then I know we were talking also about eventually, like, this is like big picture, you know, being able to provide scholarships.
Yes.
Be able to
Yes.
help kids go to college just in general.
So
and I know
necessary.
we were thinking about doing an event in spring as well. Like, I know we had
Fitness.
a fitness.
You guys were having like a brainstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah. To it.
Because we have a great, I mean, we have 3 founders, but we have great people that are on our committees and things like that just, you know, are spitting out these great ideas.
Right.
And, you know, we don't want to oversaturate it, but,
Right.
you know, we want to do something that makes sense for things.
Right.
And we want to do something, you know, quarterly or seasonally or something like that where, you know, we're constantly doing something where we're giving back or giving people the opportunity to come together and network.
And even with the big events that we're doing, we're also looking to do smaller volunteer opportunities.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
going to maybe Thanksgiving dinner, being able to go to a homeless shelter to serve. I know there are a lot of folks that I'm friends with that want to be able to do it, but then Thanksgiving passes and I go to do something and they're like, man, I really wish you would have told me about it.
Right.
Or I wish I would have knew ahead of time, you know,
Yeah.
so I can be able to help out. And I hear that all the time. So I'm like, let's just try to use our network and what we know in general and the opportunities.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I like
exactly.
that.
So
I like that. So obviously there's more to come, but for
A
those
lot
that want to
more.
get involved, was it August 7th with the teachers?
Yeah.
August 7th
August
is
7th
yes.
for the teachers. And we want to play a game with you all called This, That, and the Third.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
the rules are very simple. We're going to ask you 3 questions. All you have to do is answer honestly and from the heart.
Okay. Sounds great.
But before we do that, let people know how they can get in contact with you and support the initiative and just keep up to date with it.
okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So all of our everything, Instagram, Facebook, is CHI Gives Back.
Right.
And from those pages, you'll be able to find all of our individual initiatives that we have going on. And we're developing our website because these days, social media is more important than actually having a website.
Yeah.
Facts.
But it definitely is important. But you can, shygivesback.com will be, is our website.
Okay.
And then from Instagram and Facebook, you'll be able to donate to Shy Gives Back.
Clear. All right, so Shy Gets Back for everybody out there. Spelled as a sound, none of that funny stuff, okay? All right, so now we're going to get into the game. This, that, and the third. Do you want to kick it off or shall I?
You go.
All right. So this is this. In the grand scheme of things, with all the ideas and the conversations you all are having, and I mean, I think you all are living testimonies to the fact that you can do anything that you put your mind to, right? So ultimately, knowing that you can do anything and you can make this organization do whatever you want it to do, have whatever impact you want it to have, what does success look like? Like, how do you gauge, man, this is working and this is successful? What does that look like? Either can answer. I'd like to hear from both of
Okay. You know, when I go into an event or to anything, process out, that's one thing I always ask. What is success to us? So just in general, what you want to know about Shy Gives Back or Teach to Give? Because
let's keep it broad scale,
Shy
and
Gives
then
Back.
one of y'all talk about the program, one of y'all talk about the organization.
Okay, so I'll touch on the organization.
Okay.
So what success look like to us? So being able to offer opportunities for folks to be able to build our network and then also having those opportunities to volunteer, I think that's really critical. But just, I think overall, the big picture is we want to give back. So as long as that we build like a network of volunteers, or we are accomplishing our goals as far as those big picture initiatives, I think that we would view that as a success.
Okay.
Because I think at the end of the day, like, we are pulled every which way. We're on other committees, but this is our baby. This is something that we want to be successful. So we're still in the beginning stages of what we're putting together. But I feel like we have built the foundation for success, just in general. So us meeting regularly just to make sure that we're all on the same page, but also, just like I said, growing that network and doing these events, and then each event individually is looking at it.
Right.
Is this what's success to us? What it looks like, and just being honest about like where we're at and what we're trying to do, just in general, holding each other accountable too.
Yeah. That's important. So now, as it pertains to Teach to Give.
Yeah, so Teach to Give, success. We've started at a point where we put it out there and everyone's excited about it.
Right.
So that's kind of phase one. Phase two is actually being able to support all of these teachers. And again, we're starting off with 100, and it may sound like it's a small number, but when you do the math, it's no small number.
Not to me. 100 teachers,
We're talking about over $10,000. So for us, eventually, in the long run, we'd love to have corporate sponsors. We'd love to be able to get those teachers those iPads that they want. We'd love to be able to get them those desks and chairs that they want. So all that stuff obviously takes a lot of money.
Right.
But for us right now, success is just being able to see those teachers come in and us being able to support those 100 teachers and them come in and them leave with a smile on their face and knowing that, people may not think that $50 is a lot of money, but you know how much our CPS teachers get paid. And it's definitely a lot of money. So if we can just save them a week's worth of pay and not having them to need to go buy paper or borders or anything like that, then we've been successful.
Just to piggyback on what she's saying, I feel like just in general we've already achieved success when it comes to Teach to Give. I apologize. Mainly because we've been reaching out to these teachers, and I want to give a special shout out to Lola because she's been doing the groundwork as far as
Lola.
calling the teachers and letting them know, about them being nominated and receiving this in our eyes a prestigious honor in order to come out to this. And that little bit, like teachers crying, like they were really excited because people are thinking about them. Not only just us, but the folks that nominated them. They went out their way and said all these amazing things. So like we sat down and we were just like, it was hard to choose, but to be able to reach out to them.
There's a lot of amazing teachers in Chicago that are
so
often, if not always, overlooked.
Absolutely. So, like I said, I'm already seeing it as a success. I just want them to come out to the event so I could just, shake their hand, give them a hug, let them know they appreciate it out here in Chicago.
That's what's up, man. Success in phases. All right, well, that was this. This is that.
Okay, so give me 3 adjectives that would best describe yourself.
What's an adjective? Is it a descriptive word? No, I'm just saying so I can make sure. Okay, maybe they knew. Maybe they knew.
Don't let the time.
You were saying.
Okay.
I ain't shocked. Adverbs, adjectives. I get them confused.
You go first, John.
Okay. 3 adjectives to describe myself. So one will be driven. I'm very driven and focused. And black? No. That is a descriptor.
It is an adjective.
I mean, I guess let's just say hungry. I'm not satisfied all the time. Like I think people they get complacent where they're at. I'll continue no matter what I think I'm successful at. I'm gonna continue to set goals for myself and keep on going. So,
All right.
Like it.
Gosh. There's so many words to describe me.
If you ever get the chance to meet them, you will have 36 adjectives to describe. I can do it.
Go ahead, John. You want to describe me? Yeah. For your first to describe you.
Lovely, beautiful, talented, amazing.
All of these.
All the synonyms for amazing. I don't know how many we can put down. That's Sandi. Just vivacious. She is just
charismatic.
Well, even more than just that. Like she is analytical. She is a boss. Like when I tell you, a boss. What else? What else are you that I haven't talked about?
Sandy Robinson.
The name says it all.
That's it.
The name says it all.
That's it.
Okay. And this is the third. What advice would you give to let's say the teenage version of yourself? what advice would you give to the teenage version of
that
yourself?
face.
I love it. I love it.
Those years.
Now I do have a quick answer for this. I would just say keep going.
Okay.
Keep going. Don't listen to anyone. If you have, God has you. You're on this path for a reason. And I say that because of where I started from. And I always told myself, like, my friends are doing this, I'm staying here. I've always been different,
Right.
and being different has gotten me to where I am now. So don't go left when they say go right, or you just stay on your own path.
Right,
You stay
right.
on your own path.
I'm clear.
I think if I were to say something to my teenage self, I would say to appreciate the people that are in your life. Because at the time, you really don't know when someone's time is going to be called, and then also appreciate the people that aren't in your life. People are put in your life for a reason, and sometimes it's for a season. So like, I would just say stay focused on the relationships that you do have, and but be open to the other ones in the rest of your life, because you're gonna be doing a lot of big things.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, one last time before we get out of here, please tell the people how they can keep in contact with you, and most importantly, how they can support the
donate.
cause.
Absolutely. Facebook, Shy Gives Back, CHI Gives Back. Instagram, Shy Gives Back, shygivesback.com, and contact@shygivesback if you need to email us.
Straight like that. Well, we definitely appreciate you all pulling up and popping out to an exclusive segment of This, That, and the Third. Can we slow clap them out?
Of course.
Job well done. Job well done. And thank y'all for tuning in and turning up for another exclusive segment of This, That, and the Third, the lifestyle show that gives you life. It's your boy, Calvin Leroy King, the third. My lovely co-host with the mostest, Miss Reese Piece, the one and only. And we are the undisputed king and queen of Chicago podcast.
Check us out.